These two doctors truly helped save humanity from the clutches of some of the most evil beings that have incarnated into human form and walked among us to control humanity. They should be valued, cherished, and honored always. Vincent Frieda, 75, dies. Pioneered vaccine to save babies. Dr. Vincent J. Frieda, a winner of the Lasker Award for Medical Research, who helped develop a vaccine to prevent a disease that killed thousands of babies each year, died on May 7th at Columbia Presbyterian Center in Manhattan. He was 75. The cause was respiratory failure, his family said. Nearly everyone who has given birth in the last 40 years is familiar with Dr. Frieda's most famous work, which resulted in a vaccine, now known as RhoGAM, that has allowed women who have Rh-negative blood to deliver healthy babies. In addition to the major blood types, there is an Rh factor, which is a protein found on red blood cells. More than 85% of people are Rh positive. They have the protein. Yet for women who are Rh negative, having a baby with the Rh positive father can pose huge risks. If the fetus is Rh positive, when its blood cells mix with its mother's blood, the mother's body will make antibodies that attack the fetus's Rh positive blood, causing a potentially fatal condition called hemolytic disease. What happens if a mother is Rh negative? If the mother is Rh negative, her immune system treats Rh positive fetal cells as if they were a foreign substance. The mother's body makes antibodies against fetal blood cells. These antibodies may cross back through the placenta into the developing baby. They destroy the baby's circulating red blood cells. Less than 1% of the US population have AB negative blood, making it the least common blood type among Americans. Patients with AB negative blood type can receive red blood cells from all negative blood types. Rh negative blood type. The Rh blood type and the Rh negative blood type in particular are reptilian recessive, rare DNA blood type traits that appear in people all over the globe. So yes, Rh negative factors does not come from a monkey. This is how they have made the monkey out of us. They are reptilian humanoids that walk among us, and they are evil beyond measure, specifically AB negative blood type, which I'll cover in a moment. American presidents have been of the same bloodline, which is AB negative. The negative traits of blood type AB personality can be complicated, forgetful, impatient, irresponsible, critical, aloof, indecisive, and discriminating. George Bush Sr., mass murderer and father of a mass murderer. But just think, all of your presidents have been mass murderers because they are reptilian humanoids that walk among us, and they have sacrificed our sons and daughters in fake wars to spill their blood, because those are the Christed ones. Those that are willing to lay their life down for others are filled with the love of God and are protectors. And these things know that, and that's why they have always created fake wars to sacrifice our soldiers in this huge game of risk. And it's because they want to continue to control humanity. And this is also so much deeper. But I think that's about as much as I'm going to cover right now, because it's a lot to process, and I'd like you to watch the rest. What is the most ancient blood type? In molecular history, type A appears to be the oldest blood type, in the sense that the mutation that gave rise to types O and B appear to stem from it. Geneticists call this the wild type or ancestral allele. Who has blood type A positive? 32% of United States population is A positive. making it one of the most transfused blood types. Type A positive is in high demand to treat cancer patients and premature babies. In an emergency, doctors depend on type A and AB plasma for trauma patients and accident victims. Preferred donation methods, platelets, and whole blood. Technically, they can just use the plasma, and because we're not supposed to have the blood of another being within our body. How old is blood type A? Although type A is the genetic ancestor, it appears to have disappeared in humans a very long time ago and then resurrected itself about 300,000 years ago. And this then would coincide with the great floods that the Bible claims God did, which is not the case. It was the Atlanteans, who were predominantly reptilian humanoids, and the Lemurians, those of us of the original tribes, which then also go back to the Garden of Eden, where we existed before your Adam and Eve story, and then came the invasion of the serpent or the snake into the garden, which is this race of Alpha Draconians or reptilian humanoids that had to incarnate into human form to get control over the minds of humanity. And this is what we've been fighting. So I believe 300,000 years ago, when the reptilian Atlanteans seeded the Antarctic wall, which is an ice wall which surrounds the continents, and then there are 20 continents beyond the wall, and they flooded this section of the earth so that they could control humanity. So this is almost like a little part that is hell on earth, because they have humanoids enslaved and believing that we need to work 40 hours a week and pay taxes for everything. And it's what keeps them in power, because they have had humanity enslaved. What is bigger than that is also the fact that they have had to sacrifice children. That's why child trafficking has been such a huge thing for these apparitions, because they cannot create, so they have to steal the life force or essence of God's children. And who has the purest and most light would be our children. And that's why with Wade versus Roe and Ruth Bader Ginsburg and the rest of them pushing for full-term abortion, is because it is child sacrifice, and it would give them a fresh blood supply, because they do the whole bloodletting. And like I've shared before, that's where they have done very, very nefarious things, and corrupted the American population's minds by feeding them the corpses of these children that they have sacrificed. But this is what is coming to an end right now. So again, it's almost like a spiritual war between the Lemurians and the Atlanteans. And those people that will resonate with what I'm saying would probably be A positive. And we are the original bloodlines of the Anahazi, that they had to do away with because of what is encoded in our DNA. We have light codes, which are coming from the sun each and every day. And this is what is awakening us, and it is realigning our souls with Source, God, Spirit, whatever you would like to call it. And it's getting our mind, body, and soul in alignment. This is also what the Great Awakening is about, or the Great Reset. It is your soul realigning itself with all of your previous incarnations and remembering who we are. And there's certain of us that have been targeted by these folks since birth because of our spiritual gifts and abilities, and we are now exposing them for the vermin that they are. The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. Wherever I am, God is. And this is a Lumerian prayer that I discovered a while back, and it's something that I've been holding very near and dear to my heart, knowing that God has a very big mission for me on this earth, and I know who I am, and myself, as well as other Magic Grail Indigos, are exposing the evil for who and what they are. But I don't want anybody to have any unnecessary fear, because fear is false evidence appearing real. And the world military is in control, and all of these evil beings are being arrested and processed behind the scenes at Guantanamo Bay with military tribunals. And I do believe once those are all wrapped up, this information will then be able to be released to the public, and we will be able to rebuild this world and make it a beautiful place.